Welcome to another episode of Who Among You Shall Fall, hosted by us, which is The Deck of Many Tales. I am your DM/host for the evening, Sakori. We are catching up with our colleagues, our players, as the evening is quite dark. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't take notes. I'm a bad DM.
You're a great DM, but I just realized that intro is we are a reality show, and we are very much going to fail.
We're coming back after a very interesting session from last week, where Canis had another emotional breakdown, as it may or may not be true that there is a child who has gone missing who looks near and dear to her heart. Dex and Zen did everything they could to make sure she doesn't burn down the camp, and seeing that they are all taking a nap or resting, I would say they did a pretty decent job. Good job, guys. Guys, if I could give you more inspiration, I would, but nah. Either way, Canis is going through an emotional breakdown. She is tired, and she realizes that she needs to collect herself before she wrecks herself, or the company that she's with. So she's sleeping. Cynthia has been showing some very weird traits as of recently. Either it's the night sky, it is the glistening scales from the water, or she's possessed or something like magical. Who knows? But she seems to be glistening and glowing and sparkling. Zen is being the big boy of the party by explaining to the rest of the party what the fuck just happened, because unfortunately, Aisling and Cypress were not around to see the big blow up of Aisling, who basically tried to threaten a child.
There was no try. She straight up threatened a child.
Yeah, she did. I was trying to make it nice, but you're right. I mean, poor orc.
That's how it goes, and yeah, that's what it is.
Despite being scared shitless, the little kid still has a thing for the group. Not really understanding how everyone's connected. He has left some milk and some meat out for Cynthia and the very angry and upset Tanis. While they're in their camper sleeping, Dex, not wanting to deal with any more shit, decide he's also going to take a nap, while the three kind of catch up, trying to figure out what's going on. Last we were with them, Zen had asked Oric if he knew where the captain keeps his stash of smokes. And Oric thought he knew where it was, but unfortunately, he was wrong. And now the party is, or at least our three musketeers here, are deciding whether or not they are going to infiltrate the captain's quarters for some smokes.
I thought we were going to ask questions.
Oh no, because this is nighttime.
No,
Everyone's asleep.
Yeah.
You guys did
Everyone else is going to sleep. We're sitting here plotting to steal cigarettes or just tobacco.
Cypress did have actually a really good point in last session. He wants to question other people in the camp whether or not Oric's information is valid, because with how the world works, just because one person says it's true doesn't mean it is. So he wants
Two
to
people can say the same thing and have it be different.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So Cypress is leaning on to the fact of we should get more information before we run into danger. We should figure out what these people look like, and be heroes.
You guys kind of being a little rude about it. It kind of seemed like you guys didn't think that was a good idea.
Oh, the opposite, bro. I thought that was a fucking great idea. I just wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I also was more preoccupied doing other things. Well, it does sound like a good idea.
Yeah, not the top priority at the moment.
Yes, cigarettes.
No, nothing.
This is a piece
I
of
was trying
PSA.
to.
Good idea.
Smoking is bad.
I was afraid of tennis at the moment, like that time.
Oh yeah, Tanis is like fear-mongering Goliath of the group.
And
Uh,
that hair
have you met her?
hair
Yeah.
trigger to burn this place down. So that's more where I was for most of this. But no, yeah, you if you can, please do that because that'll really help us
But
not
yeah,
walk into traps.
Yeah.
let's pick up with the team. It is still very late at night. Most people have gone to sleep. There are still a few guards kind of walking around, doing their rounds. Really, it's just the 3 or 4 of you out and about. Oh, and what's her name? Ember? No, Pyra. Pyra's out with you guys as well. So there's the 5 of you out, and you were trying to convince Auric to show you where the captain's quarters is. Let's pick up from there.
Oh boy.
Auric is looking very, very nervous. Not really sure if showing these 3 very strong, very capable people where his captain is, because he knows his captain is very, very easily triggered when not getting enough rest.
Pick me, please.
I don't think the captain's gonna want us to wake him up.
Well, we don't need to wake him up. We just need to get the weed. You said you think you know where it was. Could you tell us? And then pointing more to Dex because I know he's the best at sneaking around.
He looks around and notices and tries to see if there's anyone paying attention. And without saying anything, he kind of looks in a direction. If you guys want to make a perception check.
All right. It's all 3 of us, right? Or just
Yeah,
him?
if you want to figure out.
That's a D12, not a D20.
15. Thank goodness I have that +7.
11.
21.
Thank goodness she has that +7.
For those of you who passed a 15, it's actually no, it should be a 10 because it's really, really easy. But it's kind of hard just because of how dark it is. He kind of does one of those things. I don't know if. I know a lot of cultures do this where they don't really point with their hands, they point with their mouth. It's a very common Filipino thing, but I think it's also very like Spanish.
Their
Auric-
nose, did you say?
kind of his nose with in his case his snout.
Yeah.
He kind of
Yeah, no,
pouts in a direction.
Yeah, you can relate pretty good directions with just facial features and or like movement if you know how.
He doesn't point to the big tent that you guys are currently sitting next to, but he points to the very little tent next to it with his snout without saying anything. And then he kind of looks down a little like what's the right word? A little down on himself, and he's like, just please don't wake him up. I don't want you guys to get in trouble.
We won't probably not get in trouble.
We will be alright.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Yeah. Can I get you guys anything else?
I don't think there's anything that I need, little one, but you should certainly get some sleep.
Tomorrow you guys are gonna help me find my friends, right?
That's the plan.
Yay!
Of course we are.
I'll go find a sword and make sure I'm ready for tomorrow. Okay.
Oh.
And he kind of like jumps up in his spot and he runs off, waving to you guys as he kind of disappears into the night. What are you guys gonna do
Precious.
now?
Well,
Leave.
I don't know. As good as this might sound for something for tennis, it seems like a bad idea. Oh, what are you thinking? She turns to you guys, Cypress and Zen.
Then I don't know if you guys are on mute.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear everyone.
Yes.
Yep.
Are you
Yep.
there? Awesome. Okay. I wish
I
to.
think.
I'd still want some of that, like tobacco. Essentially, just go in there and maybe also look around just to see what's up.
Is anyone going to be joining him? What's the plan?
Well then. Okay.
All
Evens. I'll go. It's a nod. I'm not going.
right, you guys have a good night. We'll see each other tomorrow. I may or may not be in prison
Alright.
or being stalked.
Yes.
We'll come and rescue you if that's the
I
case.
think.
Nah, we'll probably be
Let's hope
fine.
not.
You be careful.
We'll be fine.
You say that like we would not be fine.
I've done this maybe once or twice before, and I have gotten it wasn't fun, but we can probably get over it. We'll get it this time. We'll be fine.
So Heidi, if you're interested in sleeping, you can either choose to sleep in the same room as Tannis, as Dex, or there is another bunker that is completely empty right now. You can sleep there.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll sleep in my own bunk.
Nice. Fair enough. All right. I need you to roll
And
me.
before
a
going to
D20.
sleep, she will. Yes. Before going to sleep, she will look for one of the remaining juniper berries and try to put that in her druid patch to grow another little tree.
Okay. Very good. And your
All right,
D20.
D20. 12.
Well, your character. Good night.
Mhm.
Rest.
Good night's rest.
Super good. As for the three, the
All
two
right.
musketeers, we've got Cypress and we've got Zen. A very odd duo. Maybe you're causing chaos. Let's find out.
Did you have anything you wish to accomplish tonight? He kind of asks then.
Information gathering and possibly getting some more tobacco. Those are pretty much it for me.
I can help with some of the information gathering. Did you have anywhere you wanted to look?
I was gonna go
Or
poking
somebody you
around,
wanted
and
to-
poking around at the tent of the essentially person in charge. I think was it the captain, or was he one of the people in charge?
He's from. You're not sure because you haven't really been around to figure it out. But from what you were able to see from above, he did look like he was somebody in charge.
Yeah, someone who's in charge, and that's probably a good place to start.
Sure. If you wish to start there, then I will assist. I guess we walk over there?
Again, it's a quiet night. No one's stopping you. Are you guys gonna try to sneak in? What is the plan?
plan is to try and sneak in, but first just quietly scout the area out and see if who's in there is actually asleep and not faking it.
Do you say that you're gonna sneak in? Because I think you catch Cypress about to knock, on a board nearby.
Oh yeah, no, he straight up says he wants to sneak in. Like the word stealing was very much in his sentence.
Oh, well, if you're gonna do that, then maybe it would be best if I call it a night. Then I do not know how much help I would be in looting.
Okay.
I have noted in the somewhat recent past that I tend to do the opposite of avoid attention.
Me too big. Me not quiet.
For whatever reason, I'm imagining the way that he's describing this to Zen is like that one meme with the big guy and the little woman at the cash register.
Fair. Alright, Cypress, so are you
Yeah.
sticking around or are you leaving?
Unless he has any objections, then he's gonna go to bed.
I mean,
He-
yeah,
I
it'll
think-
be.
He would, I think, look over to see if any of the peoples over here are still up or observing or anything.
So
If he
you would
sees them.
notice there's only one person who's sitting out, but it doesn't look like he's even that much awake. He's supposed to be standing guard. Do you want to roll me a perception check?
Sure. 13. Not too shabby.
Okay. So yeah, so
No
you can
bird.
see there's one person sitting outside. You can guess that you remember this person because he was making jokes with you earlier. But from the distance that you're at, it looks like he's pretty much asleep on duty.
Cypress takes mental note, but resists the urge to reprimand him.
He's not part of your team, dude.
Well, it's old habits die hard, I bet. Even if he doesn't remember them.
Yeah, it's like a muscle memory.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
probably. But
Cypress,
So,
roll
yeah.
me a D3.
D3?
Yeah.
Alright.
Or a D4, really. I don't know if there's such a thing.
I was rolling a. There is actually D3s. But I don't have any.
Well, then
Basically,
roll
a
Got one
D4?
for you.
3.
Hey, you're sleeping with dicks.
Oh no. I was planning on just going laying out a blanket and does it seem like it's gonna be a particularly cold or warm or is it gonna rain or anything sort of night?
You want to do a nature check for me?
Sure. I have nature. That is a skill that I Oh wait, no I don't. Never mind. That's a natural 20 anyway.
Oh, very good.
That was an emotional whiplash.
For whatever reason, you had that epiphany earlier, you're feeling a lot yourself, which you didn't know you could feel like. And from that, you kind of gather from your surroundings that it's going to be a very clear and quiet. Because you are so close to a volcano, you can also tell it's quite warm, and it's going to stay that way.
Nice.
Hmm.
I think with that, he's gonna grab a blanket, maybe go and treat himself to a pillow, and he's gonna sleep under the stars, kind of next to Dex's tent. I think he's gonna move the token. He's gonna be around there, kind of next to the little river that they got going on there. He's gonna sleep under the stars. And I think probably spend a decent amount of time looking up at them, thinking lots of things.
Want me to roll? Can you do me a favor and roll
A D20? Plus anything or just flat D20?
just a D20?
15.
the stars aren't moving. And that's weird.
That's strange.
Oh,
Yeah.
He takes note of that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're moving, and if it is, it's moving very, very slowly. But as far
I mean,
as
that's
you can tell, depending on how long you're staring, it doesn't look like it's
it's normally how it works, I think.
in the world,
Or
in our world,
moves.
but in Theros, the stars are all constantly.
Oh, that I did not know that. Okay.
Yes, just because think of it kind of like the
Ooh.
ocean, that it doesn't stop moving,
Interesting.
but it's
Interesting.
not
Like it's
fast like shooting stars. It's like a slow rotation.
like
Sometimes
a
you
slow
can see,
rotation and maybe like warbling.
sometimes you can see during the past few years, despite not being able to hear from the gods or see the gods over the several years that have gone by, you can still see like heroes in the sky or legends and things kind of moving about through Nyx creatures kind of walking through the sky. But it's always moving. It's very, very odd to see it not. If ever you
Interesting.
have, keep that in mind.
He's contemplating that, I think, as he's working on going to bed. Which I would say, like, if something like happens, he probably would still be like in the next like couple of minutes with Zen. He would probably be awake for that, but I think like he's gonna get to bed like fairly quickly after that. So, but he is probably within earshot if anything loud happened, but probably
Alright,
not able to overhear conversation. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Zen, we're picking up with you, so it's just you and Pyra. What you two doing?
Well, we are going on this mission because we want that pipeweed.
Alright. So, like I said,
I
there
don't
isn't
remember why. I just remember I do. It's in my notes from last session.
In the plan.
You were hoping that this would help
or Tannis.
Janice, because you have seen her smoke multiple times, and it has calmed her. And so now you are under the assumption smoking is good for her.
I remember this now. Okay, let's do this.
Alright then, so you go up to the smaller cabin. Again, very quiet night. Few campfires are lit. The only thing really that's shining at this time of night is really just you and Pyra.
All right. And then we're going to imitate Dex as best we can. Pass without a trace on myself, and
Okay.
then asking Pyra to morph herself into the smaller version of herself, which in her mind would be, and actually let me just pull this D4 real quick.
You can send me the photo, I'll be more than happy to use it.
I just
That's it.
had
2.
had the realization that if he gets caught dealing this weed or smuggling it out, he can literally say, "You don't understand. It's for a friend."
That will be my actual
It probably
reasoning
would, given
for,
how sweet he is.
like, I'm sorry I
Yes,
stole this,
Mary.
but I needed to help out my friend. Anyway, okay, 2. So that is a bird
Okay.
of fire, a smaller bird of fire
Small
that is
Pyra.
now on my shoulder.
Okay. So now you have
And
little Pyra.
little Pyra and pass without a trace, and I'm going to try to very much mini the moocher and just slowly try and sneak in, check if there are any traps or anything, like any
Okay.
tripwires or possible paint buckets.
Do perception or investigation, either one.
Yeah. Let's go with perception. Oh, and my does my thing still sorry, because I'm switching out my the feat I started with the perceptive feat.
Have you changed
Would
it
that
already?
stack? No, I'm still doing it because my thing kind of crashed. And it said I have It says I have something that I shouldn't have, but I think I clicked it by accident because it'd make no sense to have meta magic.
Receptive feat.
Yeah.
Let me see what it is. It's a UA, right?
And I think so.
Increase your wisdom score by 1. You gain proficiency in perception skill. If you're already proficient in skill, you add double your proficiency bonus. Being in lightly obscured areas.
Observant. There it is. Sorry.
Is it
It's
observant skill? Okay, not
Yeah,
perceptive.
that's the one. Yeah, perceptive is also really good too if like you want to be that like
Yeah.
keen eye kind of person.
I was looking at that. That looked good. Observant.
Oh,
Quick
yeah.
to notice details of the environment. Intelligence goes up by 1. You can see a creature's mouth while it is speaking. And plus 5. Yeah, go ahead. You can stack it.
Yeah.
Neat.
Okay. Now, let's hope this works. That's a 3. So 6,
It's a good thing you
9.
can stack.
Meh. Yeah.
What's the total?
So I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll this because that 9 was the total.
Oh,
Let's try that one more time. Natural 20.
very good use of your inspiration.
Nice, nice.
So
what
I
you want to
poke
see.
my bird head in here and see everything.
Yeah, the tent itself, there's no light coming in, especially since you're kind of you're shrouded in a pass without trace. You're a shadow essentially, so there is no light, but you can see everything as if it was as bright as day. The captain's eyes are wide open, but they're not looking at you. He's lying down, but you can tell his eyes are wide open. His sword is basically lying on top of him, and he's holding it kind of like one of those knight statues. I don't know how to explain it, but he's holding it in.
He looks like a knight statue, but he's just laying down.
Yes, essentially. Eyes wide open. His room itself is very tidy. It doesn't look like there's a lot of personal objects in there that you could tell off the bat. It's very, very clean. Well organized. Very small. So small that it doesn't, from what you can tell, there are no traps. It wouldn't be able to hold him and traps as well as his items. But yeah, the eyes are wide open, and he's just there.
All right, then I will sneakily try to look around, see if I can find where that weed is.
Okay. Do a stealth, please. I don't know how
Some-
quiet you are.
Wow, that is awesome, and probably going to get me in more trouble than I just realized. It's not even the roll. I just realized the observant is really nice, but it also made my passive perception 21.
Oh, damn. That's actually really good.
Yeah, to notice, and I'm horribly easily distracted to go off and look at things that I find interesting.
Oh, no. Your little character.
Okay, stealth. Less. Okay. That's 9 plus pass by the trace is plus 10, so 19.
19? Perfect.
Yeah.
You make very little to no noise. Pyra, since she's on you, is also, I'm just going to say she has the same as you in regards to silence. There isn't very much room for you to really move. You go forward and back. You can't really do much turning, because if you turn too much, you're gonna hit him. It's that small of a room.
Okay. Then it's just slightly forward and just looking around to see if I can find somewhere where the stuff might be hidden. Maybe a small box or a bag. I don't know.
Roll me an investigation. I'm making you roll a lot today. I'm sorry, man.
Investigation.
Or nature, you could do that if you want as well. Or medicine.
I've already rolled, which
Meh.
is unfortunate because wisdom is one of my things. Wait, I could have rolled. Wait, did you say nature or survival,
Nature,
or what was it?
nature, medicine, or investigation.
Okay, nature would have been just another one. Medicine would have been wonderful. Yeah. Okay. I rolled before that, so 13 was mine for the original investigation.
You aren't very familiar with smoking. I don't know what to really call it, but you're not very
Smoking.
familiar with the
Paraphernalia.
smoking. Yeah, smoking paraphernalia, whether it be medical or not. That was more of your sister's field, as she was more into what's it called, alchemy, while you were more into herbalism. But you do recognize something on the table. It's a very little jar, very very small. If you weren't so perceptive, you probably would have missed it. And it's this very clear bottle that could probably fit in the palm of a child's hand. And from the looks of it, it looks like there is dried rice inside.
Dry rice?
Grass.
Grass. Okay. I was thinking if it said dried rice, and no wonder where this is going. Yes, then I will take that. Is that just out in the open, or where is that?
It's right next to him. So there's a little table by his head. There's a small table by his head, and it's close to basically his face, but not really close that if you grab it, but it's there. It's next to his bed. It's his bedside table.
He's tripping, ain't he?
See, now this is
In his
weird
head, he's
because
listening to Purple Haze or something.
I have to imagine this is how he goes to sleep, just edibles right before bed.
So you're
Well, I
grabbing
hope
it?
Tennis enjoys these. I am slowly, and before this, just to double check. Yes, that is indeed who I am. Okay. That's fine. Okay.
So he's taking it?
He is, but he's asking Pyra to do
Okay.
this as he does the slowly back out. Because he noticed nothing else in this room of interest, just going to slowly back out of the room.
Okay.
And little bird Pyra's just going to swoop in,
And take it.
slightly land, pick it up, and you.
Okay, fair enough. As you're leaving, you hear a very loud snore coming from Teth, the captain. It is then that you realize that he sleeps with his eyes open. As you're
Is
leaving
that
the
even possible?
It's a thing. Some people have an issue. They can't sleep with their eyes are open and their mouth is it's But yeah, you successfully get your little vial of grass. Congratulations. Now what are you gonna do? You gonna smoke it? You gonna smell it? You gonna share it?
Well, and this is just his own impression.
Brownies?
He doesn't know how strong this stuff might be or what it might do. He just assumes this is normal tobacco smoking. She's going to try to offer to his friend who seems to feel better when she does smoke this stuff. Who knows how this is going to go?
So you're gonna hold on to it until the morning, or you're gonna go barge into her
Yeah.
tent?
I don't think he's going to. Blah. Yeah, no, probably not tonight.
Okay, perfect. All right, so then you can all get a nice long rest because you probably will need it.
Yay!
All right.
Congratulations, you
I
all are
think
now
so.
level 4.
Nice.
Cypress, from what I recall, your character likes to wake up the earliest.
Yeah, he's
What time does he normally wake up at?
around dawn, I think. Maybe a
Okay.
little bit before. Yeah, I
So
guess
we'll
that would
say about
vary.
5 a.m. 6.
Yeah, 5 to
Okay.
6, I think.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Actually, you all get a really good night's rest. Despite how short or long it may be, you all get the long rest and all its benefits. But even before Cypress wakes up, an alarm goes off in the camp.
Hmm.
This alarm is blaring. People, whether you're in your tent or not, you hear a lot of people running around and running to the gates. You overhear people screaming, "Open the gates! Open the gates! They've returned! One of our people have returned!" What are you guys doing?
Hmm.
Guess we're going. Wait,
Running out to go see what's going on.
quick point, just because I keep forgetting. Did my caster's cough go off with my 2 spells yesterday?
No, you're fine right now. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Like, that was a nice little, like, pickup, but it might have gone horribly wrong because I realized I did cast spells.
You did. Don't worry.
2
I'm
sec-
keeping an eye on
2
you.
seconds.
I like the chart that I'm currently using for your character, so I'm kind of hoping you fuck up. Not in like a evil way, but like I kind of want to see what.
Let's see how big of a crater I can make.
Yeah. So yes, all of you guys are. Your sleep is disturbed. It's still kind of dark out. The sun is barely coming out, but you hear people screaming or a lot of militarian like voices echo around you as they are running to the gate.
Hmm.
Who gets
Cypress.
up? What's going on?
Cypress will definitely follow. Find out what's going on.
Grab the spear and see what's. Yeah.
Dex, Tanis, what about you two?
What is Cynthia doing?
Cynthia's kind of just like peeking over from the tent. She's not leaving your tent, but she does look very curious as to what's going on. She sees a lot of people kind of rushing to the gates.
Then very puffy-eyed, Tanis will get up and pat Cynthia on the head once, and then calmly walk over to where all the commotion is.
Cynthia's going to follow you, close behind you, very happy. For anyone who may or may not have noticed, the plate of meat, it is now gone. Plate as well. And if there was a cup of milk out, it's not there anymore. Dex, what's going on with you?
I'm just waking up and I'm standing near Tanis. Tanis hasn't woken up yet, right?
Nope, she's also gone up and
Yeah, so I'm just like waking up slow. I don't really wake up early. I wake up like right at the same time every day. And I'm just waiting near Tanis's tent in case she wakes up or if in case it's time to go.
Okay. You're not interested in it.
I'm not what?
Because there's an alarm going off, so this is like super early in the morning.
No, I wouldn't terribly be interested in the alarm because if the alarm is sounding, that means Tanis is gonna wake up soon and I'm just gonna follow her.
Okay. Tanis, you have a parade of people following after you. You've got a snake and a smooth man.
Perfect. I'm assembling my army.
Or am I assembling mine?
Ooh. Done. But Tanis doesn't seem also
It's assembling us
very,
for their army.
interested in this alarm. She's just kind of slowly walking forward.
I can't do this. I have to do this.
As you guys are all approaching, you see Auric, kind of standing far away from the crowd, and he is the closest person to you guys before you get there. He looks concerned. Does anyone pay him any mind, or do you keep on going?
I do. I asked
Yeah.
if he's okay.
Auric
Yeah.
looks up at the group, and his little eyes are puffy and red. It looks like he was just. The search party, they've only one of them's come back. It's wait, I don't know what they don't know.
Oh no.
One of the children?
No. They sent some people a few weeks ago to go find them, and I thought they came back, but they haven't.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh no.
And he's starting to cry. He holds on to Zen, as Zen was the first one to really approach him, and he kind of starts crying into his cloak. From this, you can hear people still running past you, trying to get to whoever it is at the gate. You hear Teth amongst all the voices, yelling that there needs to be a medic. We need a medic.
I'm going to immediately fly after handing the kid to Aisling, I think would be the best choice. Yeah. She's going to
You're
fly,
doing what?
handing you the the kid, just asking you to look after him. I'm just going to fly up and go straight for who's asking for a medic.
I mean, I was gonna head that way too, but I guess I'll just hold this adorable little chitlin.
Auric
well.
is clinging on to you. He kind of looks worried as soon once Zen lets him go, but then once he basically puts himself in your arms, he starts to like crying into you now.
Oh, my heart.
He's sniffling.
Poor kid.
Patting his back. But also looking out to see who's at that gate. Who's gonna come through? A cave troll?
The Cypress will get closer to kind of observe all this going on.
Who's going to get closer to the gates, and who's staying with Auric?
Flying over to the gates to see who needs the medic.
Okay.
At the mention of the search party has returned, Tannis will also go towards the gate.
Woo! Which means Dex is following, and Snake. What about the other two
I
here?
want to follow, but I feel like I shouldn't
I mean, there's no
take
reason you
Auric
can
to
take
the
him
front
with
of the
you.
gate, because what the heck could be coming through? I'll set him down by the fire, wrap my cloak around him, and then go to the gate to see.
Okay. Cypress?
Cynthia's going to eat him.
Yeah. He's also gonna
Ooh, breakfast.
follow to the gate because he's wanting to see what's going to go down.
So everyone's going to the gate. Auric, being the sad little chitlin, as Aisling likes to call him, he does not look happy that he's being. He's trying to put on the bravest face he can, but he's burying himself in the cloak. It is going to be very much snot covered by the time you get it back, but he is doing his best
That's
to show.
okay.
that
That's
he's a
what
brave
rivers
little
are
man.
for.
Nature's washing machine.
I'm very surprised you didn't take him with you, but I have no idea how it's going to
Who
go
knows
back
where
to this
he's
I'm
place
not
for the
gonna
best.
As you guys all approach the
leave
gates,
him right in front of me as a meat shield to see what's gonna come through the gate.
We're not screaming we're being attacked. It's just people have returned. Like the scout party's back.
So as
Who
you guys
knows?
approach the front gates, you can't see anyone but one person who is on the ground, and he is in the arms of this dragonborn the dragonborn who has been on duty here. So you know the dragonborn's from here, but the gentleman that's in his arms is clearly bleeding to death, missing an arm, and it looks like he's been through hell. Teth is trying to kind of stop the bleeding, and everyone's trying to understand what's going on.
Just gonna fly above everybody and try to make a small gust as I land to get people to back up.
You're able to do that because everyone's so focused on what's going on. They don't pay attention too much to you, but you do kind of disturb the situation. Taranika, standing there, looks at you and says, "What are you doing? We need space. We're looking for a medic. We need a medic."
And I just put out my hand and try and cast Cure Wounds.
As you
We
cast
got
Cure
two
Wounds-
doctors here, lady.
Are you also going to be helping Ethan?
You have 2 spooky shaman here, lady.
Yes,
them.
if that's okay, if I could sneak in there. Sorry.
That's okay.
This is why I fly over. No pushy crowds.
It takes a minute for Aisling to get through the crowd, but with the two of you casting your healing magic, this gentleman who looked like he was near death is starting to get color into his face. He was very much awake, and as you guys are healing him, he's starting to gain more aware. He's starting to become more aware of the situation he's in, and he kind of looks at the two of you and everyone that's surrounding him. All of a sudden, he starts to cry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. He starts to mumble to himself, almost as if he's trying to ask for forgiveness from Taranika, but Taranika is not paying attention to him at this moment as she's trying to handle the crowd. Teth himself is trying to kind of clean up his bandit, wrap him up where he needs to still be wrapped up. Your healing magic is good between the two of you, but he's still missing an arm. You guys can't make that grow back. So he's
Not
Teth,
yet.
yeah.
Wait, can a heal rest, a long rest fix it?
Not unless you
Perfect,
have
yes,
it.
absolutely.
Heals him to full. Heals him to full.
Yeah, that's how it works,
Only
right?
high levels.
Just let him go to sleep
Yeah.
for 8 hours.
Well,
it's fine.
An 8.
That's the thing. He's at full health, but he's still missing his arm. He could be just a torso and a head and be at full health.
Guys, you can only go so far. He is kind of mumbling to himself. I'm so sorry. I couldn't. It was too much. I couldn't save them.
No.
Can you
Tess-
tell us where?
Tess looks at you guys as you're starting to ask him questions, and he's like, he kind of rubs his forehead, and he gives Aisling the dirtiest of glares he can possibly give. And then he looks at Zen and says, "Can you just watch over him for a moment? I'm going to help try to clear the crowd."
Sure thing.
And he brushes past Aisling, giving her like a good shoulder nudge before passing her and trying to
Shoulder
disperse the
check.
others. Now it is just the group, essentially, the party left, while Tarnika and Tess are trying to disperse everyone and get people back into their to their posts. You guys are left alone with the gentleman who is babbling to himself right now, who still has no arm. Because
I
he
had
hasn't
a
taken
thorn.
8 hours.
And whip his ass.
Can I try to
Big
listen in
problems.
and like figure out what he's trying to say, or at least bits of it?
Sure. Perception, please.
Perception? Alright. Ooh, that's a 19 total.
19. He's basically mumbling the same phrases. I couldn't save them. I'm sorry, madam. It was too many. I couldn't save them.
Too many
I'm
of
sorry,
what?
madam. There were too many.
What did you find?
What did this to you?
Music. Don't
One at a
listen to
time.
the music. It
Music.
was too much. My people, all of us. We followed, and I'm such a coward. I shouldn't have ran.
Or
But if you hadn't run, you wouldn't have gotten here to tell us what you did see.
No, I saw nothing. I couldn't see anything. I didn't save anyone. I left. I'm sorry, ma'am.
who did this to you?
There are
Who?
too many of them.
Music. Not sirens, were they?
No. The music. The dancing, the music. There was too much.
Natures? Actually, would this be an Arcana or Nature check to recognize
Whatever
what
you.
this might sound like? I mean,
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I
not-
was thinking.
I don't have a bonus to either of those, so unless it's survival, maybe.
What exactly are you trying to do?
Trying to see if this description of like music and dancing, particularly in like the environment that we're currently in, like sounds like it would match up with anything,
You can.
anyone.
Uh,
History or Arcana?
I would suggest, Aisling, you can do a history check. Just because you're a little bit more familiar with this area than Cypress is in his current state. Cypress, if you want, you can do an Arcana check.
Yeah.
You can also do history if you really feel it lucky.
It's the same bonus, -1.
Okay.
Hey, 14 -1, 13.
Okay.
How lucky.
Arcana-wise, you're
I
not
do it.
familiar with hearing too many. Out of all the battles and war stories that you've heard and been a part of in your lifetime, you've never really heard magic or music causing such issues or to this extent. At least you've heard people lose their mind, but not lose an arm.
Yeah.
And Aisling, what was your scroll?
What about 18 for history?
Uh,
Would
You're
this sound like any
familiar-
kind of ritual would be familiar with?
Ritual-wise, no, but you can kind of, by the sounds of what he's saying, it sounds something that you may be familiar with from way back in the day when you were back in Satessa. You're very familiar with satyrs and their habits of singing and dancing and frolicking with music to the point of causing chaos. But it never got too out of hand. That's the only thing you can kind of really
Mhm.
connect it to, with how crazy satyr parties can get. I mean, people have lost arms at satyr parties, but they were all consensual.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. He's losing. This gentleman is crying. He is looking around as if he's trying to ask forgiveness from whoever is willing to give it to him, but not particularly you guys. If that makes sense.
I offer him a small flask.
I'm gonna try to
He looks at the flask
smooth
in fear.
his brow, try to hush him, comfort him.
He doesn't allow you to touch him more than you already have.
Okay.
The flask triggers him to the point where he starts to actually back up from you guys. He's like, no, are you with them? Please, no, I don't want anything to do with this. You've taken everything.
Oh.
He pops the cork back on the flask and writes that information down. So they offered him drinks first. Interesting.
It's at this point,
And he's-
Teth comes back.
How courteous.
Or at least you see Teth slowly approaching back to the group. Are you guys going to try to do anything before you
Mhm.
Teth tries to collect this gentleman?
Is there anything else you want to try and ask him before he gets, shipped off to?
Tanis is getting a bit impatient with all of this.
That's surprising.
She is going to push forward and stand directly in front of this cowering man. This is getting us nowhere. Where did you go, and in what direction can I find these people?
You don't want to go there. They'll
Where
take you
did you
too.
go, and in which direction can I find these people?
That does not need to be your concern.
It's at this point Tess shows up and basically pushes past, again, Aisling, because he can. And
Glare at him.
kind of goes around Tanis.
Smart man.
What would I have to do to like push him back a bit? Like just enough to like return the aggression a bit.
The next time he comes around, I'll let you
Shoulder
try
check.
something.
The shoulder check, and just see who wins.
Okay. Yeah.
My money's on the warrior.
Yeah.
He can see that you
Probably.
guys are questioning him,
We'll
and
see.
he kind of looks at you with the group and he says, "Give him some space, and let me take him to the infirmary. You can talk to him just after we're done questioning him." Without waiting for
Yes,
your
I do.
approval, he just grabs the gentleman
push him.
and they.
You have something to hide?
Tanis will actually try to stop him.
Okay.
If you are going to be questioning him, I demand to be there. He may have information that I am seeking, and I was told I needed to wait for him.
Yes, it's best that you just let her be there. I don't think it will make the situation worse, and her not being there will make the situation worse.
If we're the ones investigating these disappearances, then perhaps it would be wisest for us to have all the information.
Tess cocks an eyebrow and looks at the group and he says, "I thought you guys weren't the What? Since when
We
I-
never said that we were the mercenaries. You said that we were.
But now you're in-
We were asked to help find children, and we were also told we should wait for him to tell us where they were last seen.
He kind of like, again, rubs the temple of his and he's like, "Alright."
Can you guys only hear like every other word Sakura says?
She like starts off
Yeah.
really quiet because I
Yeah.
hear picking up on your voice, and then she comes in on her mic.
It sounds like she's across the room when she starts, and she gets to us like a word or two in.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm trying to like turn off my mic because Craig's mic's also picking me up.
No,
so
it's not.
it is.
It is.
Oh, it is?
But
It's
it's
echoing,
not,
you can
it's
hear
not
it.
like too bad.
Okay, if
It's
it's
not bad
too,
though.
I'll try to like stay further. I'll go into the other room. Hold on, because I don't need to be in.
Unsynchronized surround sound. It's fine.
This
Yeah,
is
it's like that though. AK Adobe
is this
ASMR
better?
stuff.
Am I
You're
am I
fine.
far enough?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I'm like in another room,
Yep.
away from my computer, standing outside like a lonely person. It's fine.
No, I think you can come back. I'll just mute my mic.
Okay, so he kind of looks at you guys very confused, and he asks the group essentially, "Are you going to assist us now? Is that what I'm understanding?"
We were asked
Hi.
by Oker to help find his friends, and I told them about it, and they seem to want to help.
He takes the biggest sigh. You can't tell if it's out of relief or out of annoyance. But he looks at the group, at everyone except for Aisling, and says, "Fine. Just let us calm him down. We have somebody who specializes in this. We'll get the information and we'll give it to you. Can you just give us 10 minutes? I'm sorry, but the scary fire person here might not be of assistance."
Tanis looks like Zen.
But
I
we
go
will
up
be
to
very
Aisling
close
and just
listening.
says, I will be asking you, like, can you do something with me while they get the information, and then as soon as we have it,
We can wait.
I can help
sir.
you immediately get there. No, we can't. And all of us will help find them.
So long as you guys are going to do this, I don't care what or how you guys get this done, but just give us 10 minutes to get the information. We've been waiting for this group for almost 3 weeks now.
Why do you not want us to hear what he has to say?
It's not that I don't want you to hear what he has to say. I'm scared you're going to scare him.
We already have, and it's not gonna make it go faster.
Listen to the bird brain person.
Traumatized
Sorry.
enough.
You
Just
have
give us-
5 minutes.
He's all honest.
Just, we'll get you the
give him
information.
the time he needs to do what he needs to do.
He kind of looks at Aisling, kind of confused, like,
Tannis
bitch is
sends
helpful?
the worst glare towards Aisling.
This time he's looking at her confused, and now Aisling's getting the dirty stare from Tannis.
Like 4 minutes, 50 seconds, please. She's counting in her head. I know it.
I sure
Ugh.
Okay, do I need to roll
Yeah.
to see if the woman just explodes with
Spontaneous
frustration?
combustion.
I swear. Yeah.
Tess just kind of sneaks
Okay,
away from you
She
guys.
manages to hold it in. She's good.
Tess goes away for a moment, and he's
Sighs.
going to assess to that.
Cypress looks over at Dex and winks, but I have no idea if the message got across.
I give him the bro nod. Do they take the person away?
They walk off with them.
I follow them.
Pass without a trace. Aisling,
Yeah.
listen.
Drive it.
I have something that might help while we wait
Yeah.
to calm down Tannis. And maybe you two, you seem a little off.
You
Are you okay?
managed to get it.
I think so. And she seemed to feel better last time this happened. So, hey, Tannis, do you want to smoke something?
Curtis?
Okay, this can be their girl bonding moment. They can just get high and talk about their problems. I'm so here for this. Let's sing
I bet you
Kumbaya
did.
around a fire.
Possibility.
I see a loot over
Aisling smoked before. 100% she smoked before.
there.
Yeah.
That tracks.
So
So
it's gonna be a hard no from Tannis. Because you're asking her to smoke before she's about to go and try and save her daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
and
Timing
he's only
is,
assuming that the stuff that you, and he's not actually calling it drugs, just saying, would you like to smoke some of this stuff you were doing on the boat the first time we met? That seemed to calm you down when you were stressed after the fight. So that way, when we get the information, we can just leave. Because that's my first interaction with her was me drinking and her doing a cool trick with smoke and a pipe.
All right. Do I really get passed without trace?
Yes, you got +10 to stealth for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, +10, +7. So if I don't roll a nat 1, I got 9 + 17. Is that high enough?
nice.
I'll get to you in 2 seconds. I just want to see if Tannis smokes up.
Tannis does not smoke, but there is a shift in her demeanor. She does kind of soften up a bit at that.
Yeah, I look at her and
Remember,
as I'm following, give her a bro nod, being like.
Also, and this is just my thing, they said it took them 3 weeks to get back, and I don't know if that's how long it took them to get from where it happened to where we are, or they were just gone for that long for some reason. So we have a big trip to pack for. This is not like we get there in an hour running. We're going to be there a while.
Thank you for the consideration, then, but now is not the best time for that.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, just find me.
Perhaps it could center you, not distract you or sedate you, but center you.
Let you be focused on what you want, which is finding them.
I am already plenty focused.
I don't think that's the type of focus that they're saying it would help you bring.
Are you trying to talk her out of this? I don't
know.
have very much
No,
experience
either.
with these sorts of herbs, so
Like he's like,
Calmness
why are
instead
you
of
guys so?
rage.
You guys are so against her smoking, even though she's done it already. I don't understand.
Plus, I'm not gonna lie, when you opened the door this morning, there was probably a lot of smoke that bellowed out still. She's gonna still pass.
All right. Well, he's gonna
Dang it.
keep that for that rainy day when she says yes, and he's going to go and start messing with the campfire and some elements that you haven't really seen him do before. So he gets ready to venture off.
Let me get back to you guys. We'll go with Dex, who is currently trying to be a sneaky boy and listen into what's going on. Dex, what was your role again?
9 plus 17.
Okay. So you're
Even
able
if
to
you roll
sneak.
in that one, you're a halfling. Sorry.
Yeah, he always forgets.
I could roll double one.
Could, but it's unlikely.
For who?
Yeah, don't
Sorry.
say that.
Yeah, must be nice. Like,
We've seen this happen.
yeah,
before.
weird flex, bro, but okay.
And yeah, that is fair. That is fair.
All right.
Oh God, no! I forgot. No one's comforting Oka right now.
Nope, he's a crying mess.
All right, I
Damn it.
follow.
So as you're following, you can see that people are kind of moving about, trying to get back to their business. Taranika is actually with Oka right now, trying to comfort, or at least he's talking to her, or she's talking to him. You don't know really what's going on. But as you get closer to the tent, are you going to go in the tent?
I mean, it's a 10, right? So I just hit him with the classic side 10, right? Yeah, hit him with the classic go through the sidewall for sneaking and assassination. Not going through the front of the tent, you know.
You see Teth and the Dragonborn from earlier walk into the tent, and the gentleman who you all had recently helped recuperate is screaming profanities. He's basically asking for them to not touch him. Through the screams and the yells, you overhear an unfamiliar voice, you can only assume to be the Dragonborn, chanting some sort of spell, which in turn calms down the gentleman. And in a language you're not familiar with, you overhear the Dragonborn. It's unfortunately not Celestial or Minotaur.
Interesting.
Did you learn any other languages? Okay, so anyway, so in the language you're unfamiliar with, you overhear the Dragonborn speak, and a very quiet mumble comes from the recovered knight. "30 minutes out. Music and singing. Hooded figures. A new god. Revelry is a trap. The children are missing." In that silence, then it's just dead silent. You can hear the captain and the Dragonborn kind of mumbling to each other. What they're saying, you can't really make out, unless you put your ear right to the tent. Are you sticking your head in the tent?
Yeah, I'm sticking my head in the tent. I have like 26 cell.
I thought you were just putting your head to the ear to the tent. Okay. Since you can hear them, or your face is inside the tent, you can you see the people inside the tent? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see Teth has this very look of concern, and he's mumbling to the Dragonborn that this isn't good. They left 3 weeks ago. How is it they're only returning now? If what he says is true, the campsite's not that far. Could have gone wrong. The Dragonborn speaks in another language you're not familiar with, And Teth just shakes his head. I don't know if we can. Even if the mercenaries do come, maybe Ternika's right. Maybe we have to focus on people here. The Dragonborn kind of looks confused and a little upset, but he mumbles something else to Teth. And Teth kind of just looks at the gentleman who's recovering, and he takes another deep sigh. All right. You stay here with him. If there's any other information, let us know. I did say I was going to let them know in 5 minutes, so... Fuck my life. And then he basically grumbles himself out of the tent. What do you do, Dex?
Both of them leave?
Nope, just Teth. The Dragonborn is staying with the gentleman.
Hold on, just give me 1 second. Let me just have a think-a-rooney. He's going back. He'll tell the people. Do I have any questions for this guy? Do I have any questions for this guy? No, I don't think I do. I think I'll just go back to them.
While you were listening, just before Zen decided to leave the little party of people here, this blondie approaches the party. Yes. That's okay. Cypress, you will recognize this woman, as she has voluntold you to take on this mission.
Yeah, that tracks. That one. Yeah.
Wait, before or after I left?
Before you leave.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. So as soon as Tana said no to the cigarettes, to the smoking, she kind of approaches you all. Is it true? Are you really going to go find the children?
That is our goal.
Oh,
yes. That is our goal. Were you going to say something, Heidi?
No, I just said that's the plan. A moment ago.
I only heard like the first syllable of that.
She kind of looks over at all of you, and you can tell that she's kind of observing each and every one of you. I see. You have my great thanks, and my ladies as well. Please find our. Please, if you can find our princess, we will owe you a great debt.
Insight check.
Roll it. What are you trying to insight, sir?
Is this genuinely like worried about her, or does she just want to make it sound like they're worried because that's what they should be feeling, or is there something? I want to know if this is an act or not.
Oh, okay.
Is this like genuine concern? That sort of thing?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. So 16.
It does seem like she's very concerned, but something seems a little off. Like she's... For somebody who's looking for a princess, she's willing to take on it. She's willing to take anyone's help is kind of a little strange. Something still feels off, but you can tell she's worried. You're not really sure if it's just because of the kid.
Too many theories in my head. Just a cocked bird eyebrow, and we'll find the missing kids and see if getting Ogre's friends back.
Ogre? The small little red one?
Yes. He's the one who convinced me to help.
Aye?
they did mention his friends who have gone missing for some time. If you're able to find them as well, that would be wonderful. The gods' blessings be among you.
Out of curiosity, sorry.
I know,
Go
he
on.
pulls out a small book and just find Okra's friends, top priority. Second, find missing princess, second priority. Okay.
Yeah, that tracks. Does he say that out loud?
I really hope not.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
that-
obviously in his
same.
head, like priority 1, Okra's friends. Priority 2, princess also missing, see if she's there.
Tannis nods her head.
Just because, like, okay, priority 1, the missing kids that are, like, hooked up to are Aisling and Tannis. Because why would I say something that would possibly anger or offend her when she's, like, 5 feet from me?
This is true.
If you could you describe? Do you have a description for the missing children?
Unfortunately, I don't know about the other children. I'm only very familiar with our princess.
I have the 2 children, and he just makes fire into the shape of the kids. Can you describe the missing princess, and I can just make a fire wanted poster?
Wait, we need to get Ochre to draw it, bro. The man's an artiste. Have you seen what we can do with just like ash and flame?
I mean, that's true.
Oh, no,
I'd
no.
honestly love to just get him to draw. Be our sketch artist when we need to find people or just describe things.
I mean, it's good to have both because this way you can do the have the base and like adjust things as she describes it and get her input and all that, and then you get him to do the final version.
She kind of looks over
much
at
too much
Zen's
thought into this.
magic fire in awe, and she's like, "Oh, such skill and such talent! Wow. If that's the case, she's give or take about this tall. She's I believe the princess is now 7. She has the same colored skin as her mother, very light brown hair like her father, big, beautiful gray eyes, and her hair, it's quite short, but she has little pigtails in the front. Give me one moment. I believe I might have an old parchment of her. And she kind of waves over one of the people that had once sat with Cypress. And it's the blue satyr who kind of comes up. And without really saying anything, he hands her this document. And she pulls it out and shows it to you guys. I will be putting the image in visual aid right now. This child. This is Princess Laura. If you're able to find her and bring her back in one piece, I assure you, the king and queen owe you a great deal. She is very important.
We shall endeavor.
Tannis is just there audibly counting down.
It is at this point, Dex comes back.
We will hear what they tell us, and if they don't tell us everything, I will fill in the rest. And I look attentive to the guy.
Cypress nods.
She this blonde lady kind of looks at you, a small person, and she looks again at the group, and she kind of bows her head. I believe that I shall take my leave then. In case I don't see you before you leave, please, my name is Udan. If ever you need anything, do not hesitate to ask for me.
That name ring any bells for Cypress?
Unfortunately,
That's what I'm thinking too.
You can roll. Well, you rolled a history check on her before, but the name
He's
doesn't sound
suspicious
familiar.
of every name.
Aisling,
Did I roll a history check?
Yeah, everyone who hasn't rolled a history check on her can. Cypress, unfortunately, from your last history check, the name still doesn't sound familiar to you.
8 plus 5?
Natural 1.
Is there a point
Is
of
this
me
a
rolling a
man?
history check?
You can if you want.
Because I rolled a natural 20 and I feel like this is a
10?
waste.
So we got a 10, a 1, a 13, and a natural 20. The question is, Tanis, do you want to keep your natural 20? Is your character curious?
In all honesty, no. Damn it, Dennis.
I had to go and roll a nat 20.
I know.
I'll give you this for your nat 20 without giving you too much because your character clearly doesn't care. The name is rings a bell to you. For whatever reason, you're not sure, but your character don't give no fucks right now.
Nope,
So.
right now she has other things on her mind. Priorities.
Yep.
Sucks the breath dry.
Everyone else, unfortunately, not so much. Dex, you don't recognize the name. But something about her demeanor reminds you of something. You don't know what.
Alright, what does the guy say?
She leaves. Teth comes back. He tells you the information that the campsite is 30 minutes out. And they had sent an original troop of 10, and clearly only one came back. And that was 3 weeks ago.
Direction?
Does he point her in a direction?
He points you out into a direction that is just off the path that you guys had taken.
I look at Tanis and I start walking.
Yep, Cynthia, we're leaving.
Yeah. I got short legs. I gotta make sure I start early, you know?
As you guys are about to leave, you
Yep.
hear a small little squeaky voice screaming after you guys. Quiet!
Okay,
Oh.
my friend. I love you more than anything I have ever met. You need to stay here to be safe.
Cynthia looks offended.
I was
Cynthia,
gonna
do
say-
you love me?
She doesn't understand, but she understands.
I feel like Cynthia would definitely take offense to that.
It is what it is.
He ain't gonna be a
She
backup.
let you sleep on her. Of course.
No, I let her sleep under me. I was terrified the first few times. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. But, yes, Oker, my friend, you need to stay here. And then I look at, what's the guy's name?
Tess?
Tess?
Tess.
Teth. I look at Teth and I say, listen here, friend. If we come back and you have lost Oker or he's gone, I look at Tanis and I look back at Teth. We will burn the whole fucking camp to the ground. Do you understand me? If I come back here and he's not here, this place is fucked. Nod if you understand what I'm saying. Does he nod?
He kind of looks at you, super confused. And he just puts his hand on Oker's head and gives him like a head pat. He's like, Oker's an important member of the camp. We wouldn't dream of losing him.
Okay, but I want to make sure that you understand that right now he is the most important person in the camp. Do you understand?
Teth looks at you and looks at Oker. And Oker looks super confused.
Hold on, when he looks at me, I'm just pointing at Tanis.
Tanis is already off. She's walking away with Cynthia.
Yeah,
Having no idea what's going on.
I think the point has been made.
Yes, and I say, good, do you understand? Then I go and chase him.
His backbone's gone and he goes.
Though I do love the idea
Alright.
of weaponizing Tanis. That's wonderful.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
no,
bro,
that's-
like, if they,
It's
if,
only
yo,
the next logical step.
yo, if I come back and Sakuri has done some garbage bullshit, in which we come back and Oker isn't here, she needs to know that there's gonna be consequences.
Well
Yeah,
It's
no.
a
then.
nice
Okay.
wooden encampment you have here.
Yeah, I got 2 fire mines ready. You know what I'm saying?
So
If
here's
we
the
It'd be a
thing.
shame if something were to
I
happen to it.
I can make a lot of oil with this jug,
So
Yeah,
this
exactly.
alchemy jug.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I just need them to
Oh.
understand that if we come back and Ochre is fucked or gone, that we're just going to burn the entire camp down.
Thanks
Yeah.
for the memo.
before we leave, Aisling will kneel next to Ochre, taking back her cloak. I imagine it is snotty,
Very.
but that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Only in one area. He wasn't
again.
a
That's what
hooligan.
rivers are for. Create or destroy water. Here we come. Okay, but she will kneel in front of him and say, "Ochre, I have a job for you while we're away."
He looks up at you. He's super confused about the whole situation. And he looks up at you with like hope in his eyes. It's like,
Yeah. This is fine.
Sorry, it kind of trailed off for me, but I think I got what you were saying. So, I have a friend, and she'll take out the little wool horse from her bag. His name is Fergus, and he's very dear to me. And I was wondering if while we're away, you could keep him safe for me?
he holds the horse very gently in his hands. And he looks at it in awe. As if this is the first time he's ever felt anything this soft and small in his hands before.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds it super close to his chest. And he's like, I promise, I'll take good care of it. I won't miss it. I won't. Please come back.
Bex
With
overhearing
that,
this cries
I
as
promise.
he's running after Tanis.
I promise we'll come back. And she'll just give him a kiss on the top of his head, pat his head, and then wave goodbye.
As you guys are leaving the campsite, Oric runs to the end of the campsite to wave goodbye to you until you walk too far into the woods where he can no longer see you. It takes you guys, give or take, 10-15 minutes. Dex, do you let Cynthia pick you up?
What does she like try and go between my legs to like pick me up?
So basically what happened is Tanis went ahead, Cynthia went with her, realized that the group was still far behind, and then she went back, saw that you were far behind, because small legs.
Yeah.
And then she did what she did back at Data, and she tried to nudge you to get on her.
Yeah, I get on her. After I saw her like take Ochre around and not eat him, I'm okay with it. I believe, you know?
Since you're all very big and capable people.
Yeah, plus I'm level 4. So, you know, I'm strong now.
Yeah, okay.
Take a bite or two.
Yeah.
It only takes you guys maybe 15-20 minutes to get to this open area. If you cannot see the map on Astral, I have put it in maps used. That is the most recent map. And
What a wonderful setup we have here.
yeah, lots of dead folks.
The bodies and bones really
Gandalf, what did
liven
they
up the
do to you?
place.
I mean, this is fine. Let's go and let's start searching.
Gandalf the dead.
Yep.
From what you can see, there is no. It doesn't look like there are any caves or any of the sort, but this is the directions that Teth gave you. And, well, it's empty. What are you guys gonna do?
There's that statue in kind of the corner over here.
Mm-hmm. The
What
one
is
that's
it depicting?
standing or the one that's falling?
Both of them. What do both of them depict specifically?
Roll me. You could either roll me a perception or a history. What would you prefer, sir?
Well, right now I'm just looking at like the form. I don't know if
Okay.
that's gonna need a check, but
All right.
then
So just a general.
probably-
What does it look like visually?
yeah. For
Both
now.
statues. They're very, very old to the point where it's seen. It's definitely seen some years. The faces, the intricate lines and carvings have smoothed out over the years. It's very difficult for you to tell what it originally was. But kind of from the pose, the one that that's on the ground that's fallen over here. Let me just circle it because I can do that. I will circle it in pink because pink. Yeah,
Who's gonna stop you?
exactly. That one that's fallen on the ground. That looks like it might have been some type of holy figure of some sort. You can't really tell of who or what, but you can assume it's one of the gods. And then the one that's standing here is a more masculine figure, but again, you can't really tell what of.
Okay.
Wear and tear over time.
Are they in just sort of generic poses, or?
Yeah, generally generic. The one that's fallen, as you can see, one hand is over its left side. You can assume that it might have been some type of prayer or like a religious figure. It might have been, what's it called? Like a priest or some sort, but it has something to do with religion. While the standing statue kind of looks more like a knight standing, but you're not too sure.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not gonna go and do a history check. I might do a perception check. But I don't know if
Are you guys
wanna do
walking
stuff.
around, or are you just looking from this distance? Because right now you guys haven't moved on the map, so I just want to know if you guys are moving around.
I'm thinking of like looking for tracks, like looking to see what kind of tracks, like doing a survival check. You know, like are there satyr tracks, or are there dragonborn, are they shooed or shod or not? You know,
Okay.
that kind of
You
thing.
can either do a survival, a nature, and investigation, whichever you prefer, ma'am.
Can I take to the sky and just get a bird's eye view of everything?
Okay, I'll
You are more than
do
welcome
a survival. Okay, yeah, that's an 18. Also, I suppose looking for tracks, like to see where they lead, like into maybe a secret entrance. Like, do they suddenly stop at a cliff face or something?
Yeah. Okay. With your 18, you can see a lot of tracks, various different feet have been through this area. It's very chaotic. You can tell that some of them are fresh and some of them are quite old. Oh shit, hold on. Let me just stop with the circles and the drawings there. Stop! There we go. Okay. Most of the tracks on this level, so this is kind of a 2-level tier. There's this bottom level, and then there's the upper level where Gandalf is currently dead. On the lower level, you can see a lot of them were taking the stairs to get to this upper level. And on the upper level, are you going up to the upper level, or are you just checking on the lower level?
Yeah.
On the upper level, you can see a lot of tracks kind of leading to, let me circle, kind of this generic area and this area.
Ooh. Okay.
Because of how many different
Now,
types
if we
of
turn the
footsteps
skull
you
to
can
face
tell,
west,
because of the way the how many footsteps are overlapping, it's really
which is
hard for you to
metaphorically
tell.
the symbol for death, it will signal a
That's true.
trap and we'll all die. Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
Zen, you are up in the air. You want to do a perception investigation? What are you looking at? What are you looking for?
I'm just doing a quick look around. So
You see a lot of dead
quick to
bodies,
see.
not just at this campsite, but even in the woods, in past places that you had just walked. Further deeper in, you can see some clearings where there are other dead bodies. But You don't see any types of caves or any type of openings. You do notice that one of the bushes down on this ground level here seems a little odd. Do you want to roll me a perception check?
Sure. Or can I use my passive for that one, or
You can do whatever you prefer.
I'll take the passive on the 21 to just.
Yeah, that's fair. You're gonna notice that the two of the bushes, the ones with the berries, they're the only ones in the entire vicinity that have berries. It doesn't seem like this is common to this woods.
That's definitely caught my interest.
Tanis, Dex, what are you two doing?
I don't really know. Does this look like a campsite or just looks like a?
Yo, is this like a fort before or makeshift treehouse? I don't know.
Yeah.
From all of you, you can basically put together that this used to be just some type of makeshift, maybe just a makeshift bandit site. Like, you see an open treasure chest, nothing's in it. You see a campfire that's been put out. You see random bits and pieces of broken. Maybe a piece of, I don't know, like food. But outside of that, really nothing much. It doesn't seem like this would be a place. It doesn't look like there's a place here for you to hold children at the very least. If you guys are walking anywhere, please tell me where you are currently located and if you're doing any type of perception or investigation.
Would I be able to do a medicine check to see how long ago these people were killed?
Yes, you are more than welcome to. Are you checking the bloody
to
people or the skeletons?
The body people, not the skeletons.
Okay,
Skeletons, I think it's safe to say, quite a while.
that's true.
Especially if their skulls are piled up.
That is a 14.
14. The bodies are cold. These people have been dead for some time, but the blood is. It was weird.
Hold on, repeat that for one more time because you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. Am I on? Okay, I am on.
Yay.
The bodies are cold, so they've been dead for some time. But the blood is fresh.
Huh.
Cynthia is just about to eat the gentleman up here, if anyone wants to stop her.
No, that's
Nope.
fine.
All right.
Yeah, she's honestly fine.
I mean, it probably would be good to hold on to the body for evidence, but
Too late.
Munch.
Evidence of
Delicious.
what?
This is
Yeah,
not
I'm about
now.
to do the same.
I'm gonna
I'm about to
crunch.
taste one of these berries, so I might just die.
Oh. So Zen is
Yeah.
going to eat these berries. You passive perception is 21, right?
Yes.
The berries are fake.
That angers me.
Yeah,
That
shake
angers me a lot.
As you basically approach, you kind of see, you don't smell anything from these berries, and you smell, no, you don't smell anything at all, and you, as you touch it, you can feel that this bush is fake.
What the?
That is very much unpleasant. That's anger. Just a lot of anger.
Lots and lots
Why
of
would you?
anger.
I'm slowly
It's
gonna
just
start
an
deleting
angry bird
assets
face.
as Cynthia starts eating things. I deleted
Hey,
Cynthia!
Oh no, Cynthia, where'd you go?
Cynthia is no more.
You go invisible again?
Oh, and the
Okay.
armor
Immediate
disappeared.
panic.
There you go. Cynthia's back. She ate the armor, and the armor made her blip for a second, but it's fine.
Did she eat the armor? Did she legitimately eat
Lich.
just metal
Does have
armor with no
Misty
body in
staff.
it?
Got it.
Yep. She ate the armor. You don't know this, but there was a torso still in it.
Fun. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my way over to that wizard-looking fellow before she gobbles him up.
Fair enough. You go up to the wizard-looking folk. What are you doing with him?
Got anything on him? Or any, like, what are his wounds like? Yeah.
Basically looks like he's been cut in half, as you
Cool.
can tell. If you want to do a quick investigation.
Yes, my famous investigation
Are you
checks.
touching him? Like, are you...
Yeah,
healing
I'll
this dead man
touch
up?
it. I'll poke him. I don't think I'm going to do anything to try and heal him. I think it's a little late for that.
He dead.
Yeah. 5. 6
5?
minus 1.
You are kind of nervous about touching a dead man's body. So you don't get too much out of him. You don't know... You don't see anything on him that kind of rings any bells to you right off the bat. But you do notice there is a small stitching on his cloak that, if I can pull up the fucking art, will seem very familiar to you. It is basically the constellation of one of the gods. One that you haven't seen as of recently, but you will be familiar with because it is the one for Akros. And here's... what the fudge did I put?
Akros was a city-state.
It is a city-state, but the god of Akros.
Ah.
Yes. I'm just trying to find where the fudge I put it, because...
I'm also going to grab the hat, because that
Yeah.
seems like it would be good to just hang on to. Cool
You
hat.
just want to hold down to the hat. It doesn't add anything, but coolness factor.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
so
I mean,
a +1 charisma then.
That,
you ever
that is all
seen
you
a
need.
barbarian in a wizard hat?
Actually, very specifically, no one shall pass you on the highway when you wear that hat.
They'll be too scared to, let's be honest.
Yep.
Not anything else for Cypress, just the hat. The hat specifically.
Just the hat. Oh my gosh, I can't find the constellation for Eros. Either way, it's a constellation of
Centaur.
the centaur, yes.
Centaur. For a second there, my brain got cross-wired, and I thought you said Minotaur, but if
No,
it's
no,
Centaur,
no. No.
that's all right. That's all right. That's cool.
Yeah.
They're chill
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's what he's doing. Maybe patting him down, seeing if there's anything on him.
Nothing, which is weird.
I'm gonna just put on the hat, because why the hell not?
Yeah. I mean, you're a strange character already. I don't think anyone's questioning.
Yeah, that's fair.
Think like a dead man. What shall it reveal?
What about the rest of you guys? What else you
But
do?
fake berries, though.
I know, fake berries.
I mean, that's
Why?
angering. But I'm going to the next thing to see if it's also fake berries.
I mean, you did say. What I'm doing at the moment is investigating one of the specific spots that you mentioned where there were heavy and interesting tracks.
Okay. Do you want to... Aisling, can you roll me an investigation check?
Oh, that's
And,
kind of what I'm just doing at the moment.
Perfect. That's okay. Roll me that investigation. And Zen, roll me a nature.
Nature. I don't know. You'd think nature would be wisdom-based for this.
Wouldn't it be?
Well,
No, it's
I'm thinking here
intelligence-based,
it's based
right?
off intelligence, which is...
Yeah, because it's about knowing things. It's not about figuring things
Oh.
out.
Yeah, it's like knowing things about nature. I think survival would be more the like wisdom-focused nature stuff.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Well,
It's that same, like, charisma and intimidation.
that's
Because, like, both of them could work. Like, no, because I think a good way to intimidate someone, like, not even using your strength, is just using simple personality and presence. There are some people, even skinny or scrawny, that can be very intimidating.
That's true. Okay, I'll give that to you. But anyway, roll me that
And then
nature.
there are, like, the giant barbarians who just smash you. That's also intimidating with strength.
Damn it, why can't I find
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. These are real berries. And they are real poisonous, because you may have eaten them once when you were a child. And they left you with a very upset stomach. Are you gonna touch it?
I'm going to try and harvest some of these, yes.
All right. Just roll me a.
Oh, we can give
Very-
it to the yellow Aarakocra and say it's a healing potion.
You guys are assholes.
Man, fuck that guy, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, just roll
Look,
a
I'm just
sleight
saying,
of hand, and you can see how
if
many
anything
total.
happens to Ochre, these bears are going into everyone else's food there.
After you burn down
After
the camp.
we burn down the camp, yeah.
No, this is happening during. First, berries take effect, then the place goes up in smoke. Okay, I'm sorry. What are I rolling?
Sleight of hand, just to see how many you pick up.
Light of 14, 3, 17.
Perfect. Give me a second. Aisling, what did you roll?
11.
An 11?
Not very good.
That's
Yep.
okay. It's not that hard. But you can kind of tell where this dirt path is. The tracks kind of disappear.
Mhm.
Something's very odd about this statue. There looks like there's something under it. At the exact same time as you're looking over at
Gimme,
the statue, Zen, you get about 15 berries.
Yes. 15 berries.
Poisonous berries. I will send you exactly what type of berries they are in just a moment, but you do get 15 of them. Tanis, Dex, what y'all doing? Just chilling. Slowly deleting assets. Tanis, I hope you're okay, but Cynthia's eating the person that you were just looking for.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
I love the fact that we've not
Never
yet tried to
stop eating.
looted or searched these bodies. She could have very well have eaten magic items, random notes, important clues. We don't.
That
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's fine.
that tracks for this
Cynthia's
group
a nice
though.
girl.
Cynthia's mouth is wide open next to the body that Cypress is at. She's looking at you as she's like slowly trying to put this person.
I am going to try and talk to Cynthia though, real quick.
Okay, go for it.
Cynthia,
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not more worried about this.
do
Like, the
you
crucial clue could be killed.
smell anyone alive nearby?
As she's about to swallow this person, she stops, leans back, takes a sniff of the air, and points in the same direction that Aisling's at.
Ooh.
Is that like
No,
inferring
other
that
than
Aisling is
Aisling,
alive?
like other than these people.
Aisling, she's confirmed you are alive.
Didn't look at
So I'm
anybody else.
not
Did
dead
not
The
look
rest
yet.
of
at
us are
anybody
dead.
else. Everyone else is dead except Aisling.
Plot
I mean, that
twist.
tracks.
Guys, we're undead, all of us.
Yeah, I see dead people, bro.
She
I
sneaks
smell dead people.
Yeah.
she sneaks past Aisling and she shakes her head no, and she points at the statue.
Ooh.
Time to go examine a statue.
What are you guys doing? Who's examining the statue?
Is this like a
I'll
Push it
examine
over.
it.
Okay. You're all pushing this thing over? What are you all doing? What's happening? Sorry.
Can I investigate it?
I am
Yeah,
also
roll me in.
investigating it.
Is
I
there a
will give you
riddle?
help, good sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Same.
What do I
Guidance.
have?
Plus before.
Investigation. Oh, +5. 18 plus 5. 1 plus 5. So 18 plus 5.
You can roll that one again.
19 plus 5.
You can see clearly. You can feel a slight draft coming from the bottom of the statue, and you can also tell that this statue is not exactly on top of its standing base. It's a little slanted.
We have to push over the thing. Something behind the statue.
Cypress.
And I look at
Cypress,
Cypress.
your moment
Yeah,
has
look
come.
at Cypress.
my time has
Sorry, I
come?
don't say we. I say Cypress has to push over the thing. My bad.
My time has come.
Like how all of us were like, Cypress, this is all you.
The Cypress is going to dramatically walk over and go, what needs to be pushed?
Points to the
The
statue.
statue,
Cynthia, everybody
please.
just points at the statue.
Is there any like direction? Like, does it need to fall forwards, backwards, to the side?
From what Dex and everybody else kind of put together is that you pull it forward.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it forward, not on top of myself.
Roll me a strength check.
I don't remember where we left off with this, but could I use my echo to help like push, or is that not how that works?
It
Like, he's not
cannot
strong
touch.
enough.
Yeah, it cannot. It doesn't have any object interactions.
Yeah, it can only
Alright.
come. Yeah,
Yeah, it can only like
it
attack.
can
but
push.
yeah.
It can push it to give you like emphasis on the pushing part, but it ain't doing shit.
Yeah, but
Moral
it doesn't
support.
really
It's like
do
a-
anything.
Yeah,
Still
moral
not. Okay, yeah. Is this athletics or is this pure strength?
Are you doing it just brute strength, or are you trying to be accurate?
What do you mean accurate?
So
Are you like using your
describe
muscles
how you're
properly?
moving it. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my
just
muscles
pulling.
properly.
Okay, so then this will be an
Well,
acrobatics.
pulls muscles.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Oh, athletics. Pardon, athletics.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
19.
We'd like to
19.
parkour this.
You pull this statue towards you with very little effort. And as you pull it, you actually trigger something, and then it moves automatically on its own to the
Then it
side.
explodes.
And then there is a board right under it. And from what you can tell, it's just covering something under it. And you're going to move the board.
Set the board on fire. Got it.
Board is now on fire. Are you gonna let her burn this board on fire? People?
Is this like a lift?
Is it not
board
It's a
or-
very cheap board.
I'm
It's
just
very cheap. It's very easy to move.
We're just gonna lift it. Just gonna lift it.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Move it aside.
Yeah.
Well, see, my
Fire,
thought is that
smoke.
you burn it enough so that it falls through the hole and lands on whatever's beneath you, just in case there's someone there.
Da, da, da,
But what if it's the
staircase.
person we're trying to save?
It's
Yeah.
it's a
Daughter's
gamble.
down there.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna light the board on fire.
Cynthia went back and ate the other person.
Yeah, that's
I will
right.
lift the board up and put it to the side.
She did a good job. She found the entrance, so you know what? Reward. It's fine.
You have found a set of stairs. And a very cool breeze comes from beneath there. What you guys gonna do? Zen is still picking
Way
berries,
down
guys.
Hades Town. In my
I-
experience, hot. I'm going where that is.
Hold on. Pause. Wait. I pull out my bow and arrow and I gesture an arrow to Tanis. I say, "Could you give me a light?"
Sure.
And I wonder. All right. I shoot a flaming arrow down the hole. Can I roll like a perception check or investigation or anything to see down the hole to see if I'm about to step on something or if there's men hiding around like fake walls that are gonna backstab us?
You're
Or...
basically checking for traps. Got it. You
So
Is
shoot
there
that
a
arrow.
giant explosive device? Are we surrounded by red barrels?
Yeah.
You shoot the arrow, and it doesn't seem to be obscured, as it doesn't take long before it hits something. From what you could see, it's just maybe 2-3 flights of stairs down, straight down. You wait a moment to see or hear of any type of shuffling, or if it causes anyone to approach. Nothing.
Okay, I also have one more trick up my sleeve. I look down the hole and I say, "Come out, we see you." Anything happen?
Mental game.
Now,
Dude, you didn't check behind you. There's a mirror right there.
you just
Wherever
hear an
you are.
echo.
Okay, that's all I got. Let's go. Also, Aisling, why would you want to go down the creepy stairs first and not the big burly man? Honestly, more power to you, equality, but God. Whatever.
I was
This is her
joking.
prerogative.
I was
Yeah.
making I was making a joke about how
This is
amazing
not
Patrick
time
Page
for
Katie's son
jokes.
is.
This is very serious time.
Okay, but you know, the omniscient person who pretends to be me and possesses me for a few hours every week. He was having thirsty thoughts about Patrick Page. I am sorry.
Patrick,
Just calling
that's a
yourself out
spicy
there.
man.
Yes.
She's like, who's Patrick Page, but why am I so thirsty?
Who is this person? Why do I
Anyway,
thirst for them?
So what are you guys doing? Are you guys gonna go down? Are you letting Zen know? Because poor man's picking berries. All alone.
No, we're just gonna leave him here. He's probably safer here.
True. He's fine.
hey Zen, because you felt hurt
I
the last
will-
time we forgot to tell you to come along.
Oh
Who's
boy.
going down first? What's the order, people?
I'm going down first.
Okay.
I'm summoning Pyra.
Is Pyra going first or you going first?
I am, and I'm keeping my eyes peeled with this new passive perception to try not to trigger or murder myself.
I can lead the charge if that's what you guys want.
So Zen's
Too late,
first.
Zen already went.
Cypress.
No.
Zen, Cypress. Who else? Who's next?
We need you
I'll
to
go.
carry us out if we die.
Aisling's next. Who else?
Me and Cynthia.
Ooh, big
Cynthia
friend.
tries to go behind you.
That's fair.
Your poor snake cannot fit the staircase.
Cynthia, squeeze. You know what? Give me a second. I am going
Okay.
to
Oh.
grab Cynthia and go into my bottle.
Cynthia's like, ooh. Oh, nice room again.
I'm sorry, what?
Dax, pick up my bottle.
She can do that now.
I pick up the bottle. Wait, I'm confused. What?
Cynthia's now in a
It's like
bottle.
a strange time to.
Oh, I
that?
hold the bottle
Okay.
and I walk at the back.
Great. Let's see if you guys can all see the map. Can you see the map?
Yes. I see colored levers.
Oh no, guys, it's a puzzle.
Okay,
Fine.
time to put them Nancy Drew game skills to the test.
Put this.
See, now the gamer in me is going to want to like replay this map every version to see what the outcomes are.
Right?
Yeah, can I
Yeah, can
log
we
a
look on-
checkpoint right here? Can I log a checkpoint right here?
Yes,
I
please.
know.
Is
Yeah.
there a save point?
Yeah,
There's
we're
no
gonna start
save.
save scumming, Kenny.
Yeah. Yeah, I save point and I pull the levers in every order at infinity times until I get it right.
God
Yeah,
fucking
brute
no.
force this. Let's go.
Well,
All right.
No!
Now
Let's
say we
pull them in
solved
rainbow
your lever
order.
puzzle.
all the different endings. We can do this, guys.
Roy Jenkins.
We've solved your lever puzzle.
Hey, hey.
You guys
Okay,
basically
Maybe
walk
we
into
need to
this
pull one.
very small room. You see 4 levers, all color coordinated from top to bottom: black, yellow, blue, green. They're on the floor. From Zen's basic passive perception, he can also see a dead tiefling in the very corner. What are you guys
I'm
doing?
going to go investigate that tiefling and loot his body.
All right, can you do me a investigation check? Wisdom or
Yes, I can.
intelligence, your call.
Let's go with wisdom. Investigation. 4. Roll that dice. Oh, okay, that's
There's
an 8 plus 4, 12.
12? Okay, I'll get back to you in a second. Are you guys touching these levers while he's doing this investigation?
No.
Let me roll?
No.
Are you guys sure?
We're about
I
I
that.
do
mean,
see a body in the corner. Should we go and take a look at that
That's what
before
Zen's
Cynthia?
know what they
Yeah.
could do.
Okay, so Zen is taking a look at the body. Is anybody else doing anything before I reveal what he saw? If the body, on the body, on the body.
I am assuming we can't
No.
see, wall up here and wall down here.
There's a door there. There's where the 2 gassy quads are. That's basically doors. Oh, actually, fuck, I fucked up. Sorry, this is also gone. There you go. There's a hallway there. Door's open. I forgot that was open. Yeah. So there's a small door that is wide open that leads into another hallway with 2 other doors up north of you guys. There is a door close to the dead tiefling that Zen is currently looking at.
So the door
Anybody-
to the north is open?
Yep, the door to the north is
Okay,
open,
because that's covered
but
by
the other
fog.
door's there. Is it
Oh,
still
well.
covered with fog? Hold up.
Yeah.
But like actual fog. There we go.
Okay now?
Better now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Anybody else doing anything before I reveal?
Well, then I say we check that one out.
Seems like
Yeah.
there's more off in that direction,
No.
but for now, I think
Just let's do.
I mean, I will summon Pyra and have her like just go around and investigate. So if she triggers something, she knows how to bounce back.
Or die. I hope she doesn't die. I like
I mean-
her.
I do, but she is like a spirit that doesn't necessarily stay dead. She
That's
can come
fair.
back.
That's fair. Alright. Dex, are you doing anything?
I'm not doing anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not yet.
Zen, because you rolled over a 10, you are able to find that this gentleman has been dead for quite some time. He's actually leaning up against something. It doesn't look like he's actually slumped down. It looks like he's been pinned up. I don't know if you wanted to move him, but if you want to keep him where he is, you're welcome to do so. But you do find a scrap piece of paper on him. Would you like me to read it out for you, sir?
Sure. I hope this isn't a puzzle that we've already lost pieces of from the outside snake eating.
Hopefully not.
I'm not that cruel, guys. The
I'm not
letter.
gonna lie.
That
I
would be
would
pretty.
try something, and you never
Yeah.
find it. There's likely a reason.
You find a small scrap piece of paper on him that reads, "The second lever will sound like a roar. A primary first helps open the door. The last lever pulled is the color of sky. After the second, will buzz like a fly."
Can you write that somewhere?
I will.
Second
Yeah,
one,
yeah. If you
roar.
could write that out.
I am going to put it in visual aid because it's visual. Ta-da! Because I am lazy.
Is that a picture? Or is that the?
A primary.
The second lever will
So a
sound.
primary. So the first primary color. So yellow.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
it could be blue.
Red, yellow.
So blue is last. Hold on, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, blue is the sky
Blue.
one. Yellow is the
Yeah.
primary one. So we gotta get the ones that sound like a roar. Because I don't know which one sounds like it. We just
Yeah.
have to-
Roar.
All right, time to start pulling some switches.
Roar,
Yeah.
red.
Well, we
I'm gonna pull the
could
black
do the
switch.
color of.
Are you pulling the black
Oh.
switch?
I sure am.
Black switch. Give me 1 second.
Sure, why
I
not?
mean that's not gonna work though because
I want to hear what it sounds like.
I guess we'll find out.
Roar.
Perfect.
Damn, first.
I'm
try.
imagining
Black
it's
is
a
second,
very
green is
unenthusiastic roar. Is that accurate?
So it's yellow, black,
Green, blue.
green.
I pull the
Green
black switch
and
back in
blue.
place.
You can't.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go down and pull all of them in order.
Oh.
Straight down.
So you're just going to pull all of them? Black, yellow, blue,
I'm
green?
resetting this puzzle. Let's go.
Assuming it's a reset and not an instant kill.
Well,
That
we're
was
about to
you
find
guys.
out.
Yeah.
You guys okay with this?
Yeah. Dex also assumed that the book about to get reset.
I'm gonna stand in the hallway to avoid any flying
I'm also not going close.
arrows or swinging Indiana Jones blades.
Yes, this man clearly got skewered. So let's act accordingly. Yeah.
Is that what's happening? Are all
According
of
to
you
what?
Who's hiding and who isn't?
Like this guy, he's not slumped over. He's propped up, right?
He's propped up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still,
you got hit
I'm
by an
still
arrow.
searching
and
this
stuck
guy.
to the wall.
Let me roll to see whether it occurs to Cypress that something might happen.
Yeah, I'm still
Dex
searching
says it
my
out
body.
loud. Dex says it out loud.
It does not occur to Cypress.
Dex says it out loud. Dex says something's going to happen when we reset the puzzle. The man clearly died the puzzle thing, so let's keep that in mind. But we probably, I don't know if we need to reset.
Hannes pulls each and
Cypress
every
don't
one
care.
of you, trying to convince Cypress to hide. Zen, Tanis, and Cypress are still in the room with the switches. As each of them go down, you hear from the first one, which was the black one, a roar. The yellow one, you hear a buzzing sound.
Buzz, okay.
From the blue, you hear a lute. And from the green one, you hear what sounds like the wind.
Interesting. The yellow is a buzzing sound.
Okay, so the yellow one is the
I'm ready
beat. The
first.
blue one is the.
Up. And after 2 seconds of you guys, after hearing all that, you hear
Oh.
a trigger sound.
The last lever pulled is the color of sky, but doesn't say the sky in day or night.
As you hear this trigger go off, the door at the bottom opens.
Really?
I think I solved it, guys.
We found a macaroni and cheese man. Or it's an idol. Wait, we gotta swap it out with something of an equal weight.
We're about to find out.
This is the current map now, guys. You, is anyone
Like,
You can take a look, you can do whatever you want. You do see a statue of some sort at the end of that.
And then a wall full of spikes, correct?
That is there, you see it, it's very clear.
Have the levers reset?
Not yet.
God damn it.
Hmm.
Alright, now this is getting annoying.
Have you tried to push them up? Maybe they don't reset automatically.
I tried to flip the switches back.
Wait, she tries to push them physically back up and they don't go back up?
Not unless she wants to break them, which she can try.
I'm not that strong.
I can break them.
Uh,
I can break them.
no, the point is
that was
not...
out of character. That was out of character.
Hold on, so they don't reset?
Correct. So that means you have something else.
Did
So,
she just
all
get
right,
it right?
someone needs to go into that scary room with the spikes.
Do you guys even want to know what the effigy is, or what the little...
Okay,
thing
can
is?
we wild shape into the size of a squirrel and get it? Yeah.
Are you going in, Aisling? Are you going
No,
into
I'm
So
thinking.
basically, you
like-
guys can't see this effigy until you go into the room. So, do you guys see this effigy? Yes or no? You're in the room.
No.
Fine,
Am I
I'll
able
shrink down to the size of
see
a
the
squirrel and go in there.
spikes?
Yes.
From
So
where I'm
from the
standing.
doorway, you can see the spikes, but you cannot
Yeah.
see the little effigy.
Yeah.
So,
So all
if
I'm
you-
saying is someone needs to go into the spike room.
Spikes does not seem like a good room to go into.
So as far as you all know, there is nothing in there
I'm-
except for spikes.
Yeah.
You walk
I'm
in.
gonna actually stand here and like prepare to hold the door open if like it starts suddenly closing.
Okay.
How does it open? Does it like rotate like it did
Just
in the?
rotate
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Aisling, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wild shape into a small creature.
What are you wild shaping into, love?
Okay, something with dexterous little hands. You know what? A raccoon. We'll
wanna
do
be a
that. Something small. Like, if I look at the spikes, would I be able to avoid them crushing me? Like, if I flattened against the ground as a small animal, would I be able to clear them?
Unfortunately, not. There are plenty of spikes. It is. You can tell that they are dragging on the bottom as well. If you can try to roll me a perception if you want to, but I would suggest you. It would be very difficult for you to see anything from the angle you're currently at. You would have to step in.
Okay, so I'm noticing that the spikes only go to like like this edge. If I just stand at that edge, could I see the effigy?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll do that first and look at the effigy. What exactly is it? How big is it?
It's not too big. It's maybe the same size as like Dex's head, but it's very shiny and it's very gold. And you feel a weird pull. You can roll a perception check, a history check, whatever you like, if you want to see if you recognize what the statue is. If you want to keep going in, go.
I like history checks. Let's do that.
Go for it.
Oh, come on. Just get out of the thing. D20, don't get stuck in the tower. Okay. All right. That is a 17.
17 for the statue?
Yep.
So something about it's very familiar to you.
Mm-hmm.
While you're in Akros, you also heard rumors of what people in Akros had called it, the Strike of God. A few years ago, two gods were fighting in the sky, and something struck the ground. They believe that whatever it was made out of gold. And any types of depictions that you've ever seen of whatever came flashing down from the gods is very similar to what this statue looks like.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Okay. All right. Let's see. How are we going to get past this thing? I mean, this is obviously guarding the treasure. I feel like the trap is guarding this treasure. The door up to the north is open. So I think this is all a trap to guard that thing. So I think we need to figure out the puzzle before we try to grab this thing.
Are you staying in that room? I'm giving you 10 seconds to make up your mind. 10,
I'm going to go out of the room.
8,
Yep, going out the room.
Perfect. Are you still standing there, Cypress? 7, 6,
If she's leaving, then I'll get out of the way.
4, 3.
I'll enter it.
Ooh, you're entering?
Yep.
Well, nice knowing Zen.
1.
Brave soul.
Zen goes in, the door closes, and the levers go back to the way they were.
Okay.
Are you all right in there?
Am I?
You're fine. It's dark, but you're fine. Dark's never bothered you anyway.
Different term for it.
I mean, I'm okay.
Nothing's happened. You're in that room all alone.
Okay, so apparently we need to pull these levers. If we pull them in the order of yellow, black, green, blue, is that the solution?
It can't be though, because wait, maybe.
Well, if we just
No,
try
I
pulling
think
it the
green
same
is
way.
sky.
Why don't you just try pulling it the same way that you did
The
before?
Green is not the color of sky, but it made a wind sound, and there's like a specific
wait.
primary has to be first,
Yeah.
and yellow can't be first because
The last
is-
lever.
Yeah, yellow
No,
can't
but
be first because it has to be buzz.
Nope, the last lever has to be the color of sky.
But green could
Yeah,
be
the last one
considered the
is
color of
blue.
sky.
No.
It can't be blue.
Come
Blue
on.
has to be the only primary one because green's not a primary. Is green a primary color?
Yellow is a
Look, we're
primary
inspired.
color.
Yeah, but
A
yellow has to
primary
be
first.
buzzed. Yellow has to be
yellow
buzzed
is
though.
buzz, so it has to be after the second, which is the third. So yellow
Yeah.
has to be third, black has
Yeah.
to be second.
Has to be second, right? And so now primary has to be first. And between blue and green, green is not a primary color. Also, when you pull the green one, it makes a wind sound. So that's what I
I
got.
mean, you could
One of your
Just
friends
do-
is trapped. Just
you
an
could also
FYI.
just
Yeah.
pull the levers the same way that you did before. It should have the same result.
Yeah, but we
Theoretically.
So we trying to get out. I think as this talk of which one is which, Tanis will go through and pull the levers again, just straight down, so that way Zen can come back out.
So while
I
they
was
are
about to do
doing,
something.
so Zen, what are you doing while they were having this discussion and she's flipping these switches again?
I was going to go over and examine this thing because I only heard that there was something cool here, and I wanted to examine it just to see if it looked any interesting, different, or familiar.
Do you go towards the statue or you just kind of peek your head?
I go towards and just look around and see if there's anything odd about this surrounding. I mean, I see there's a spiked wall, but there's no reason
so
to be.
I love you, Zen. I do. You're gonna walk to the statue? Is that what I've heard?
Yes.
Cool. Can you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Well,
Yes.
been nice playing with you.
14.
14? Oh, good child. You are fine. You are so dexterous. As you walk towards this statue, you trigger the trap, and the spiked wall comes directly for you. And as it comes to you, you just origami yourself somehow. And you just you
This is very
freaking get
uncomfortable.
into the wall. The statue disappears as the spike wall is pushing you. You get pinned for a good maybe 10 minutes, a few minutes. You do take. Let me just see. Where's my D10? What's a D10 look like? This is a D10, right? Is the diamond looking fun? Kind of. Yeah. Okay.
Which diamond-looking one?
That's a good question.
It goes up to 9 with a 0, and that's your D10.
That's it. You got 8 damage.
Awesome. What kind?
Piercing. And as Tanis pulls all of the levers down again, you all hear the same sounds: roar, buzz, a lute, the wind. The door opens, and Zen, you got a little prick under your wing. Maybe more than just a little prick. You're bleeding. You're not doing so great, but you're good. You're good. Also, you
Not
found out
nearly
that
as-
the effigy was a hologram. An illusion. The entire
And
time.
I
Look around. What's causing the hologram? Is it a glyph? Is it a stone? Is it just there?
Do an investigation. Or an arcane.
considering you were just
equally bad at both of those.
considering what just happened, I think you got
Dirty
a
20.
Nice. You can feel that there's some type of old magic in this particular area. But it seems to be coming from the base of where the statue was. If you look
I like old
carefully,
magic.
you'll see that there is a rune written in very old language. You'd be familiar with it. It's Druidic. To cast minor illusion.
Just gonna write that glyph down. This could be good for later because that is the perfect sign for when we get our little wagon / mobile bar cart. Just have that as a sign. Just make an illusion for the sign.
Hannes, being the oddly nice one, saved your butt from being trapped there for who knows how long.
I mean, I had a teleport ability, but
She didn't know that.
still.
Now it's going to take a
it's
few
not
minutes
wasted.
for the switches switch back. Zen, are you exiting the building or the room?
Yeah, just have to finish giving a quick sketch and
Do you guys do anything for the next little while before the
You're
switches
alive.
change over again?
Okay, so are we determined that it's going to be yellow, black, blue, green?
No, it has to be
Go
yellow
ahead
for
and
Buzz.
try it.
It's Dex runs over, does it in the order that makes green sky, blue first, black second, yellow third.
Blue,
Repeat that
black,
again?
yellow, green?
Yeah, so it's Buzz has to be third, right? And Roar has to be second.
So what colors are you pulling?
And then the primary one would be
Wait. Which one? No, you're right.
yeah. And then blue is a primary color, not green. I don't even think in the other like array of colors. I think there's red, blue, yellow, and I think the other one is red, blue. What is it? Green in the other one?
Ladies and gentlemen, just so you're aware, because all of you have inspiration except for Zen right now, you are able to use your inspiration for puzzles as well, for hints from your DM. But
Could
you
it-
don't need to
okay.
use them.
Nah.
Question: could it be that the Buzz is last?
Let me read the puzzle again. Where is it? Visual aids?
Could be, and just because they're describing the ones, I mean, it's kind of scrambled which ones they're
Evil sound like a
describing.
roar. The
I mean, it doesn't-
primary first helps open the
Let's-
door. The last ever pulled is a color sky, and the second will buzz like a
Because
fly.
after the second doesn't necessarily have to mean third. It can be the fourth one, because that's still after
But
second.
then what about the last lever pulled? Maybe you only need to
The
pull
sun
3.
is in the sky. I don't.
As you guys are discussing this, the levers go back to the way they were. Door closes behind, so the trap area is closed again. You guys are welcome to pull or do other things.
I think I go over. I pull blue first, black second, yellow third, green fourth.
Blue. What was the first one?
Blue first.
Okay. As you pull those levers down, you hear another clicking sound up north.
Up north?
I shall investigate what's up north.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Ditto. Get everybody in
Marching
on this
order.
goodness.
Go times 3.
And that's just with one switch, though, right? That's not.
That was the switch colors that you guys did.
So after all of the switch colors. Right?
So which ones did you do again? It was blue,
I did blue, black, yellow, green.
blue, black, yellow, green. Hold up. Blue,
Hmm.
black, yellow, green. Yep, that opens the top door.
Boom. I gesture towards the door.
Okay.
See, now I'm interested in the center.
Walking towards the door.
Guess I'll follow after.
Yep.
Is everyone going up with her?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We have no one who can message, right?
No one with message.
Is
So you
he-
go past this tiny little hallway that you see a door to the right-hand side before you enter the other room where the door has opened. There is a clear array of arrows scattered along the long hallway.
Wonderful. Is there anything
Another
else of
trap?
note in this?
Store might also be on a timer.
You can do an investigation, a perception,
I'm just going to walk up to where
Throw
I
a
think
pebble.
the edge is and just look around and use my passive perception to see what I find.
You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Because of his passive perception, you see all of the triggers.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good sir, so you can see there are an array of
Ooh.
triggers located along the hallway. Can you all see them?
Who here would be the best at
Yes.
avoiding
Yep.
constraints?
Cool.
Yes.
I
Well,
am
he can
going
fly
to
over them.
fly and
Fly?
just glide right over them.
Yeah, that would do it.
I also offer I can carry whoever's cool with that, unless someone wants to, like, test their skills.
Well,
That's
is there
cool.
anything on the other
we'll
end of the hallway that you wish to? I see there is a closed door, but I believe that remains closed for the time.
It does remain closed, at least from where you are.
I guess we'll roll a perception check on the room to see if
Anybody-
there's anything we can do to
Is
open
there
the
a
door.
handle on the door?
No handles.
Darn.
Not that we can see.
There is
Anybody
this
going to join me for the first trip?
rune on
Anyone
I
going
will.
with him?
Carry me, Zen.
the floor.
Dex is like, fuck no. Obviously.
Well,
Yeah.
now, and he leaves this up to you. How?
Pick me up and take me to the other side.
All right, gotta roll something.
She knows what she wants. Also, real quick, how much longer do you guys want to go?
Yeah, I'm just getting late.
We can stop
Yeah.
here
Go for like another
because
15 minutes or so.
this can trigger something really big. Could last a long time. Or
Let's see if it triggers it.
it won't. But just so you know, you can still hear the ticking sound that you were hearing from when you were pulling the levers originally. So you can tell that there might be a time going to switch those levers back the way they were.
So if these things click back, we're trapped in this room probably for good.
Remember.
Hopefully not. So I rolled, and the way he picks you up is essentially just flying in, and 9 and a 6. So that was actually picks you up bridal style. He was going to actually just grab you with his talons by the shirt.
I think that's what she was expecting and is a little caught off guard.
Just because I think it's cute,
Understandable.
you're able to do it. Your determination allows for you to pick her up bridal style. I don't care if she's too heavy for you. You do it. The two of you glide over without any hindrances whatsoever. You reach a door like every other door. It is closed.
A door unlike any other.
It's actually
Like
exactly
a
like the others.
rotating door.
It is another rotating door.
That just means we need to find either the lock that does it.
We need to find the right
Maybe I wish we
switch.
had some. So, and this is just going to be me talking. What if we just have someone who's there and just tries them all, and we just communicate what works and what doesn't, and just mark each door with what we know is going to open them?
There's almost a smirk because Tannis was thinking the exact same thing.
You guys being so smart!
We
We
can
need to
do
the
that?
puzzle thing. Yeah, because as soon as I saw this, I was like, "There's not a one answer for all this. We're gonna have to like back and forth this a lot."
Somebody, please roll me a history check.
Can I be there to roll in?
Yeah, go for it. What is it?
13 plus 5, 18.
You can tell that the
also
timer's running out, guys. The clicking, the ticking, it's audible. You can hear it in your heads.
So,
You know that the doors are going to close soon.
so we should probably yell out that someone needs to stay in the control room trying different levers.
Yes.
I'll go to the control room and I'll pull the.
You have to wait until I finish counting down. Who else is in
Wait
there?
for the resets.
Yep.
And then
I'm gonna step back into this side of the hallway, and
Okay.
Aisling, if you want to stay on either side, either way works.
Okay, it's
I
like your
just-
Yeah.
choice now.
Yeah, I'll be on this side to relay that to them at the other end.
All right, door closes.
We'll play telephone.
Yep.
Also,
was-
if you can get that center one to open, then Cypress has got a clear line through. I hope it's
Hold
not
on, I got a
cluster.
cat. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So we will end the session here with Dax and Cypress on one end of the door, and Aisling, Tanis, and Zen on the other.
Yes.
I'm very
Woohoo.
proud that you guys got this
Girl.
far.
Yeah, play some telephone.
I know, puzzle.
Did you
I had
imagine us
no-
getting this far?
I
This
did
is
imagine somebody getting hurt. I didn't imagine you
amazing
guys get
puzzles,
this.
man.
I'm glad you like them. Worked really hard
They're
on
fun.
this one.
I can tell. Like, this is so involved.
Yeah.
I gauged myself so much for like. I thought we were gonna be like in a fight or in a long trek journey to get here. This is a puzzle, and we need like the utility of stuff we probably don't have right now.
And teamwork. Guys, I'm making you friends.
It's tricking us into becoming people that we like, that each other's likes.
I'm so tempted to take the screenshot, but it would give it away.
Mhm.
Hold on, I gotta think
Are
of
we
better
about to do something embarrassing?
No, you guys are fine. It's just, if I take the whole screen, you'll see things that you're not supposed to.
Well, you can edit it. You can crop it, you know.
I know, that's what I'm doing. I'm only showing you some of it.
Mhm.
So this is how the map currently looks, where everyone is currently at.
Cool.
So it took you 20 minutes
Yeah.
to get out here. You all had a long rest. Only one person has used their inspiration, which is Zen. And you have your little puzzle and riddle. Also, where's Pyra? Is Pyra with you, Zen? Or is Pyra with Dex?
Yeah. No, she's with me.
Okay.
I sent her out to like investigate, and then she just joined me.
Alright. I'll have her on the same side as Aisling.
Whew.
She'd
Ladies
be
and
very much like that step or two away from Aisling. She still doesn't trust her.
She's like on the other end. She's close to the door. She's like, if only Zen was on the other side, I would not have to be on this side. Aisling, you find a lot of ways of making enemies, and you're like the sweetest person in this group, next to Zen.
Kind of true.
Yeah.
I don't know how well, I do know how I keep doing it. I keep doing well-intentioned things, but in a bad execution.
Oh,
The road to hell is paved with good
Lots of good
intentions.
intentions.
Alright.
Pyra's just waiting in that water ball.
Like, do I need to offer Pyra, like, a cake made out of coal? Would that make her happy?
That might.
We don't know.
Again, I don't think Pyra has emotions or sentience.
She feels irked.
Yeah, but still, it's a thought that counts.
Definitely.
Something
thought that
that's the
counts for
antithesis of
what?
water.
Oh, guys, I'm excited for you to see the rest
Like-
of the map.
Soon.
And hopefully find some
Bridging
children.
the gap in our
I'm too scared for
relationship.
that.
Here's hoping that when we get done with this, and we might just smoke that normal, non-hallucinogenic tobacco weed, normal stuff.
Mind
The
you,
way you said that,
remember your prophecies, because they do play a big role in the rest, like in our story.
Oh, fuck.
Also, keep in mind, every so often, you guys will have certain things happen to your characters that may or may not, you might not recall right now because we've talked about it a long time ago. But I will be starting to update your private channels with some photos and things of characters that you wanted in your story, or if you had mentioned in your backstory, I've now given basis to. You will be seeing that coming up as we continue playing the game. This is also for me to keep
Awesome.
tabs. Okay?
So if we find certain
Yeah, I'm
people
so
either
curious.
now evil or bodies, we'll know it's from the backstory.
Yeah, so like if you see a dead body and I've sent that photo to you like 2 weeks ago, you're like,
I'm
I
just so
know
curious
this.
about Adler because I wonder
Yeah,
if he's like tied to Aisling beyond this rescue mission. Like that's just what's got me hung up, considering that I do not know him
I mean,
yet per
It was
se.
in your shared dream as your person of interest or
Mhm.
importance.
Mhm.
So unless it's just a god who really likes messing with you, probably.
Yeah,
He's probably the one
and
who
that's
killed
got me
your,
really excited.
He killed your man. Adler's the one who killed your
Yeah,
man.
no.
He killed Alaire.
Okay, here's the thing. That kid is your son
Ooh.
from an alternate timeline, and him saving you is kind of killing him.
Oh,
Ah.
you get to save him or Elaire. Who will it be?
Because here's the thing: if you don't save
Oh,
Alaire,
shoot.
that's how you meet his dad. But if you do save Alaire, he's never born, so he's out.
Oh,
Predicament. Be sure.
Save Alaire always.
then goodbye, little one.
Hold on. Now I'm confused.
Save. Oh, don't worry, peoples. There will be more torture. Also, I'm really happy
Plenty,
you were
I'm
able to figure
sure.
out a way to bring Cynthia, because I was like, she's too fat.
I would never leave Cynthia behind.
Yeah,
The
luckily the
rest of the
Genie
party,
Warlock is
probably, but
pretty
not Cynthia.
good.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
The
yeah,
thing
we
is,
have
if you
magic.
find your daughter, Tanis, is Cynthia gonna feel left out?
Nah, Cynthia
No.
just goes to Dexter, bro.
Because she's not gonna be the baby anymore?
I mean, I don't think Cynthia counts herself as a baby. She's just asking Tanis for, hey, can you give me a ride to my mom's? Because I left without her permission.
Yep.
Mm.
Just laugh.
I am your mom
So-
now.
That's a weird way to. That's a weird thing to say so intimidatingly, but sure.
She's not a snake lady, she's a penguin. Once they lose their first kid, they kidnap another one until they get bored of it.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I would never get bored of
Yeah.
Cynthia though.
That's until you find your other child.
And now I have 2 children.
Aw, siblings.
Also,
Exactly.
and here's something. I don't know if this could work, but we've got magic and some ingenuity. I was honestly thinking, what if I made you a not like a Cynthia coat, where she could essentially wrap around you and give the illusion that she's just like a coat you're wearing, until you want her to essentially come to life and snap out at somebody.
I
no,
just
she big.
and Cynthia in my head, and I was like, and she hasn't flipped out yet. What's going on?
I mean, there are spells to like make things like a temporary enlarge, reduce.
Uh-huh.
Basically, like Moses. I think there's like a
Stick.
snap. Of,
Stick, Cynthia.
I don't think she
Like
would like
Cynthia-
being.
I feel
just-
weird wearing Cynthia.
Cynthia's a fat chick. She's thick.
I'll
I mean,
keep her,
what if you
I'll
had
keep
her,
her
like,
in my bottle.
garden snake sized, and like when you need her to be normal size, you just like let her on the ground and she just goes full size.
I still feel weird wearing her. I shall keep her in my bottle where she is nice and comfortable and definitely left her with some meat.
I
Even
hope
though
so.
She ate like 4 bodies.
So, fun thing I learned. The easiest way to just break D&D is actually to be a Genie Warlock, and the text for the like bottled respite ability and like some of the abilities says that you get like the item that you can keep things in or like transport yourself into, like you've done with Cynthia.
Mhm.
And basically it says that it could be any small item like a ring or a lamp.
Mhm,
It just has to have like a compartment.
Yep.
It says any item, but it doesn't say any non-magical item. So technically you could choose your bottled respite item to be a ring of 3 wishes. Just fun
Ooh.
little tidbit.
I mean, there's that, and then there's a spell. I think it's 4th level. I think that lets you store like a trap in an object. There's also no time limit on that trap, and there's no concentration. So every day, even at like 3rd or 4th, like 5th-ish level, you could cast that ability and long rest and cast it again, and have like a backpack full of like 30 level 4 fireballs at like level 5 that you could just throw 30 fireballs at a guy in a fight.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Well, you
I'm
need
not-
to.
Yeah,
Wow.
this
Yeah,
is all the
there's
sort of
no
stuff
level
that like
spell.
no
You need to be
limit.
at least 6th to 7th level, I think, because I'm trying to remember
DM's gonna
the
say,
cap.
like,
Level
yeah.
5, 3 is your tap out.
Yo,
I
guys, you guys
can't-
are already like fucking OP. Every time I have to make up a challenge, like fighting challenge, fucking D&D is like deadly,
Bro,
deadly.
I
Like,
haven't even been in a fight. I think I hit one person one time. I didn't even fight the Minotaur. I didn't even look at him. I just like, you guys got it. I just sat this one out, and I will continue to sit out every fight I can, and I will just sling health actions from wherever I is
And hold babies.
and hold babies, and maybe I'll shoot a bow one time for the one time.
You're gonna do it to like pause or like for a statue or painting. That'll be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that'll
Alright,
be exactly what we need.
I'm heading to bed. I love you all.
That's fair.
All right.
Soon.
See
Good
you.
night.
Aisling,
This
I will
was a
miss
lot of fun.
Yay.
and DJ Salad, thank you for your great job.
All right.
DJ
That name's never going to die.
God.
I'm just gonna
Congratulations on
I'm just
your
gonna wonder.
nickname.
So once again, just to
So-
refresh my memory, what is your personal, just as a player, your worst fears?
Gold. Lots
I can
of
send you
gold.
those. Also, I've got a few ideas just spitballing because I've always wondered. You know that Shadow of the Colossus world setting where like there are just giant monsters in the distance?